You can tell right away that the designer made the Aviera, but can you spot the parts that he took from other watch icons? Sometimes life is hard on us men. When it comes to, say, for example, Rolex, no matter how hard we ask Rolex to, hey, please change the dial of the Explorer 2 or offer us a little bit more excitement when it comes to the bracelet of the Submariner, no, they said no. It's kind of like that sadistic girlfriend that we used to have, in high school. No matter how hard you try to please them, and no matter how many of the things that they ask and we give it to them, they still don't give us whatever we're asking for. It's kind of like that for Rolex. So I don't know why you're here, even why I don't even know why you guys are buying Rolex. Because if you want like an exciting Explorer 2 with a dial that you've never seen before, then you should turn to Nezumi or the microbrand scene for that matter, because this is where you get all of the excitement and the sophistication that you're asking for in a high-end brand without the high-end price. Kind of like that girlfriend too. So if you want to see what this Nezumi Aviera has to offer, then watch this video. My stubbornness in offering uninvited comparisons is in full display, as yet again I found a way to compare a microbrand to a high-end luxury icon such as the Rolex Explorer 2. We'll get to that of course in glorious fashion, but on its own, the Aviera has a unique appeal that makes it a compelling budget find for your collection. You can attribute two main selling points for this Nezumi watch. One, it's the vintage shape and aesthetics, and two, the playful use of color for the more you-oriented generation. First, let's tackle the old-timey feel of the watch. The lugs are narrow, the case size is thin enough for the caliber, and there are no super standout features that you've never seen before in this watch. See, not every watch needs to blaze a trail, or reinvent the wheel, or revolutionize the field of oyster diving. Sometimes, all you need to do is to look familiar, but maybe with a more summery sandals or something. As expected, these smaller size watches will fit right in with wrists that are Happy Meal deficient. The diameter can still fit within the wrist walls, making sure you're showing your watch club taste. And that's a thing that you'll grow to love from this Swedish brand. They know a thing or two about watch fandom. Operating the Aviera is also not so complicated. Unscrew the crown that contributes to its 200-meter water resistance and you're off to set your time. You can set your home time the old-fashioned way with a 24-hour hand working along with you. With the first step of the crown though, you can move the hour hand as you cross the time zones. This is extremely useful whenever you're imagining you're strapped onto the plane's landing gear. Just don't do it when your supervisor's on the floor, okay? Screw back the crown and you're back to enjoying this watch with reckless disregard. It's nice and fun already, but arguably the best way to travel is, well, traveling with two Nezumi watches and a bunch of well-curated straps. All of them can be carried with this nice Mirage travel case that conveniently protects your watches and has compartments for your accessories. Nezumi was gracious enough to send in some gorgeous handmade straps that perfectly pairs with your vintage-styled Aviera. They also threw in this black-toned rubber strap that's soft and supple to the touch. Gone are the days of those stiff, smelly rubber materials that your granddad used to wear. Well, more likely because he's misplaced it at this point, but also because these FKM rubber thingies are all the rage nowadays. And I know what all the rage is about. It's just comfortable to wear and very easy to clean. There's also a bit more freedom now to add patterns to the strap, a definite plus when done correctly. Here's another math equation for you. Vintage watch plus hand-stitched leather strap equals horological joy. We've seen this countless times and it never gets old. This combo is the go-to pair of all your watch friends. Yes, all 6 of them. Well, maybe 5, because there's always this one dude that would choose this brown one instead of black. But hey, he's cool too, as you can tell from how good this combination looks like. And as you can see, it's a decent strap monster that's versatile with most kinds of straps. Now all of these straps are offered by Nezumi and is a must for any collection. But there's one more favorite combination that I would love to share with this Aviera. If you're willing to drop some extra cash, you can multiply your enjoyment numerous times. We often dream for Rolex to release that one combination that they could easily do, but here, Nezumi is offering it to you at just a fraction of the price of a Rolex bracelet. I mean, come on, look at that. Look at how good this brush jubilee style bracelet works with the sunburst bezel of this watch. It's simply amazing. Doesn't it look like a Rolex Explorer 2 married a GMT master and had a baby, and that baby got sent to pirate orphanage? You can definitely feel that impression because of that bezel's strong presence and then echoed by that very familiar bracelet design. All that while not feeling like a straight up homage because of that aviator style dial and color. If I haven't said it enough, Nezumi's ability to design well-crafted watches for the microbrand audience knows no bounds as they successfully fuse the old with the new. Let's examine this a little closer while looking at the Rolex Explorer 2 beside it. The bezel obviously uses a different kind of typeface and the marking shapes are also not the same. It does have that sunburst finish that ties the two together. If the Rolex Explorer 2 is above your current pay grade and wife tolerances, you can enjoy one of its defining features on the Aviera. As a bonus, it also makes use of another icon, the Omega Seamaster. If you look closely at its lug design, the Aviera uses these twisting lyre lugs that's often associated with the Seamaster aesthetics. At times, I secretly loathe that signature Rolex boringness, so this lug design is a welcome visual interest. Overall, the design language here is predominantly angles and twisting facets, a signature of all Nezumi collections. However, I'm not the only one with a say on this matter, as some of you chimed in during the unboxing. A majority of the comments are positive. Robert Little Hawk says it's a very good look. Melvin Ramirez remarks, interesting watch, nice color combination, while Minako Mike 6658 says he loves his, he's a Generation 1 supporter. There is one unfavorable remark from Jeebus McFries saying that fixed bezels. Yikes. I think I can understand that reservation about fixed bezels as it's a missed opportunity for additional functionality. But as far as impression goes, it hardly qualifies as a watch pirate nitpick. This large brushed area just delivers a pleasing amount of light play with soothing negative spaces between the markers and numerals. From the sides, the raised bezel is another attention-grabbing detail that doubles as a thinning slice for the mid-case. We have some lovely satin finish chamfers here, and also we cannot ignore that caseback that is severely underrated, a feature of Nezumi watches that everyone should love. Next is this FKM rubber strap, which is a great treat with that very cool sophisticated color that all you younglings enjoy that's topped with this Nezumi branded buckle. Dial side, there's more goodies to love. There's a clear spirit of aviation here with this dial. These are what we call floating hands. These are defined by its two color setup, with one matching the dial color and the other being the opposite tone. This gives the effect of invisibility on some parts while creating the illusion of the hands floating over the dial. This color is then repeated on the markers, numerals, and branding, tying the dial together in a uniform theme. This configuration helps bring more attention to the oversized GMT hand that's not only skeletonized but also colored in bright yellow. It's a fantastic detail that is likely my favorite part of the watch. It's truly beautiful over this matte finished dial surface. I've said it before on my previous Nezumi reviews, the graphics design elements of their watches is a feature unto itself. You can tell right away that a graphics designer designed this watch. Every font, spacing, and stroke of this watch is done to relax your visual perception. It makes you want to just stare at it for hours at a time. Bear in mind, it's still a budget tool watch. It's not trying to be an artisan timepiece here. But then again, being an aesthetically pleasing tool watch is an art form as well. The Nezumi Aviera manages to successfully sidestep the stigma around Homage watches. In fact, I may be the only one throwing in the word Homage on an Aviera review. But whatever Nezumi is bringing here invokes the timeless features of certain watches, just spun to be its own. According to David Campos, designer of the Aviera, this design existed for over 7 years before it was realized. He waited until there is a demand and a supply for GMT calibers. And we're very glad that he waited because now we can own one of our dreams. Dreams that Rolex would rarely entertain. And that is the Nezumi Aviera. It's right here. This one, this Aviera Obviously, it has that Explorer bezel that you love and we love. It has all of the 24-hour markings there, but at the same time, it has that sunburst finish. Very, very lovely. So you're checked in that box when it comes to the Rolex Explorer part of this GMT. And now you also have this Jubilee bracelet. That's not really exactly Jubilee, but it's more like a rudimentary brush Jubilee bracelet. But you could see that Nezumi is really good when it comes to designer watches and their interchangeability, and you could swap out these bracelets and create your own unique combination. You could see that that's an amazing combo. Look at that. That is an amazing combo right there. That is an amazing combo. And on top of that, you could even store away some of the extra straps that comes with these Nezumis. So if you want that vintage inspired watch that also has a hint of the high-end fashion from Rolex and other mainstream brands, this is the right brand for you. It's a micro brand that's not gonna break the bank, but at the same time offer you the excitement that is missing from all of these high-end Swiss watches. So comment down below on the Aviera, and also wait for that video for the Tornare that's coming very, very soon. And all of that is courtesy of also Mirage travel cases, and these are really high-end luxury watch travel cases, and they've been sending us some products to review, and we've reviewed them before, and they're still holding up. Even my travel cases are still there, still very durable, so they're a good brand, they're a good quality brand, so you can support them as well. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think about the Aviera from Nezumi, and stay tuned for that Tornare review.